Hello everybody, and welcome to a vintage cube draft where we have a Mana Crypt. Amazing start. Kind of funny to see Jace and Doomsday in the same pack. If you're a Savage, you could first pick one and try to wield the other. Probably first pick Jace, try to wield Doomsday. I have had some success with that combo. There's also like Grizzlebrand, but yeah, pretty easy Mana Crypt. This is one of the best cards in the format. It's gone up a lot in my power ranking too, as there's been more powerful proactive threats. I like it at its best in more aggressive decks, like playing turn 1 Death Greeter's Champion or something. So, yeah, we'll take this and then see what's open, but hopefully we can get some nice proactive plays. Here there's Inti, which is pretty good. Could take Thraben Inspector, could take Ancient Tomb, could take Inspiring Vantage. Based on power level, I like Teferi a lot, but I might just take Jite actually. Good way to use the colorless mana for Mana Crypt, and we're likely going to have a lot of creatures if we're playing Mana Crypt. Yeah, I'll take this. Okay, now I see Adeline, Scrubland, and Wooded Foothills. Also, Deshaun is Tidebinder, but I typically don't like playing blue as much with this style of start. I think I'm just gonna take the fetch land. I do like Scrubland. We could also just take Adeline, good card for sure, but this just leaves us a lot more open. I mean, we might like red does look pretty open. Yeah, I'll take the fetch. Ooh, okay. Love seeing a fourth pick Stoneforge. Kind of wish I'd taken Adeline now, but I will take that. I'm seeing a lot of red cards here as well that are pretty good, but I think I should still take the Stoneforge and we can maybe just be Boros. Yeah, great pickup. Okay, so we see Stomping Ground now, which it could be like Naya. Could also just take Seasoned Hallowblade though, which I think I'll do. It's not the most exciting pickup, but it's definitely good. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay, Smuggler's Copter. That's a late Copter. There's also some of these, like more of these red-green lands, but yeah, let's just take the Copter. Really good late pickup. So could just be mono white, could be Boros, could even maybe be green white. Green white is not a color combination I've liked historically, but it's gotten better. They've added more like aggressive green creatures. Like I would definitely play something like a Seeker's Chariot in this deck. Could also just not even play Wooded Foothills, but we'll see. Either way, though, definitely a very good start. White hasn't looked incredibly open. But yeah, we'll be obviously very good anytime we can find Mana Crypt. Okay. A lot of okay cards here. Nothing amazing. Dragon's Rage Chandler is very good, but it's not really... I don't know. It probably is going to be pretty hard to cast. I don't think I need to take Weathered Wayfarer here. Could take Ephemerate. Not a card I've played with a lot, but if we get it this early, we can build around it to some extent. Yeah, we'll try Ephemerate out. Definitely high power level. Okay, now we see a lot of white cards, so I think we're in a good lane. I might just take the Flicker Wisp here. Good thing to Ephemerate. There's also Sam, but like, if Ephemerate's good, Flicker Wisp will be good too. Like right now we just have Stoneforge, but we can try to find some more good end of the battlefield effects. Too bad we're not going to be able to wheel anything from this pack because there's a lot of cards I would play, but I'll take the Flicker Wisp here. And now I'll take the Guardian of New Benalia. There's Firebolt, which I would frankly rather play, but I think there's a decent chance we're just mono white here. This is... Wait, I don't really know what Enlist means. Interesting. So there's Inspiring Vantage if we want to splash red, but there's also just a really good one-drop that plays with Flicker Wisp and Ephemerate, and I think I'm just going to take that. Yeah, if this was a plateau, I would take it, but... Ooh, okay, if Adeline's wheeling, I think we just want to be mono white here. Like, we could take Headliner Scarlet, but honestly, Relic is great. Or at least a very good sideboard card. Yeah, I'm just going to take this and tentatively plan on being mono white. Okay, I'm actually going to take Sharp-Eyed Rookie here. Magda's okay, but this is the kind of green card that I would want to splash. And we have the Razorverse Thicket. A 2/2 with Vigilance. Whenever a creature with greater power toughness enters the battlefield, you get to get a 1/1 counter and just like row at it. It's a pretty good card. Okay, what do we want here? Not the best pack. Loran is pretty good, but I think there's a good chance it will wheel. I think I might just take Marsh Flats. Kind of weird to have Marsh Flats in Wooded Foothills, but if we get a green-white fetchable land, we could be green-white. There's also Verdant Catacombs, but I don't think that's as good. There's Sunbaked Canyon. I don't think we need that either. Yeah, pretty disappointing first pack, honestly, but I'll take this. Whoa. Okay, well, there's Time Walk, Bowmasters, Hullbreacher, Prismatic Vista, Batterskull for the Stoneforge, Intrepid Adversary, Revoker. This pack is much better. I think I might just take the Time Walk and try to get there. I mean, these fetch lands don't make it easy. But Time Walk is so good in this style of deck. So is Bowmasters, though. Huh. Interesting spot. What to take? I don't think I'm supposed to take Batterskull. I think we do want to try to wield that. Let's take the Time Walk. The upside is so high. It's pretty early. I think we can probably get there. Now we have Fractured Identity and Solitude. Close pick. I think I'm actually going to take the Solitude, though. It's so good with Ephemerate and with Flicker Wisp. It might wheel, but yeah, I think we take this. We also might just not play blue still. So yeah. Ooh, good pack. Mother of Runes, Staff of the Storyteller, Recruiter, and Ranger Captain all look great. I think I'm just going to take the Mother of Runes here, and then we'll wheel one of these other really good white cards. But Mother of Runes is excellent. These both have Enter the Battlefield effects, which is nice with the Ephemerate, but still. Gonna take the Mom. Okay, now we see Colonnade. There's also Cryptic Coat and Spara's Headquarters. Pretty interesting. I think I'm going to take Spara's Headquarters. I do love Colonnade, but this gives us... We can fetch this with both of these, so it gives us essentially 3 free blue sources. Yeah, hopefully we can wheel Cryptic Coat or like this, but yeah, I'll take the Spara's Headquarters. Now we see Restoration Angel and Parallax Wave, both of which are very good. I know a lot of people think Parallax Wave is just like the best card ever printed. I'm still not quite as high on it as they are, and I do think Resto looks pretty good here, but I think I should still probably take this, especially because we don't have much removal. Would love to see Resto come around, although I don't think it's too likely. Okay, do we want Thalia or Skyclave Apparition? I think they're both better than Restoration of Iganjo. They're both pretty good. I think I like Skyclave slightly more, though. Yeah, it's close, but I'm going to take this card. Thalia could come around, which would be great. Now we see Luminarch Aspirant versus Blade Splicer. Blade Splicer is better with Mana Crypt, but I think I still am going to take the Aspirant here. Actually, maybe not. We do have Ephemerate and Parallax Wave. Yeah, I'll actually take the Blade Splicer. We also have more 2s than 3s. Seems okay. Now we can take Loran. I don't think we need Raffine's Tower, really. Loran's quite a good pickup. And we're looking like a genuinely great Ephemerate deck now. Okay, now we have Revoker, Adversary, and Batterskull. Close pick, but I think I will take the Batterskull here. We already have the Stoneforge. Also, we have Mana Crypt, which makes it easier to just cast this. These cards are both really strong, but I think Batterskull is still the right pick. Okay, I think I'm unlikely to play red at this point. More likely to splash green, so I'll take this. And we have 5 green sources, so it is pretty free. The problem is there's not really green-white cards I would be thrilled about splashing. But, like, maybe we could play Oko. Mono-white Oko. These two are both not looking amazing for the main deck, so our curve is not as good as it looks. Ooh. Ranger Captain or Recruiter? I think Recruiter's a bit better. The body is obviously worse, but it can find Solitude. It can find Loran. It just does more. This is also good. I do like Staff for the Storyteller in general, but this is not a very good deck for it, at least not now. I think I actually like Colonnade over Winds of... no, Winds of Abandon is great. But also we have a million playables. I'm going to take the Colonnade. Close pick, but I really like Manlands, especially in decks like this. And last pick, Resto. Jeez. Or Thalia. Okay, there's Mana Vault, Wasteland, Giver. To a lesser extent, Shadow Spear and Sun Gold Sentinel. I think I'm just going to take the Wasteland. Mana Vault's the strongest card, but not necessarily for us. We're going to have a million playables. We might cut blue also. But yeah, Wasteland is just great. I'll take this, and the card I really want to wheel is Giver of Runes. So yeah, we got these 4 cards that are, I mean, the problem is it just slows us down. I just don't want to be playing a bunch of tapped lands in my, in this sort of deck. Oh, wow. Swords of Plowshares versus Urza's Saga is such a hard pick. I think it's Urza's Saga. As good as Swords is, we have a million playables. Yeah, upgrading our mana base is a huge win. But certainly painful to pass. Swords of Plowshares, I very much hope it comes around. I'm beginning to think more and more that we're not going to be playing blue here. Now we have Unexpectedly Absent and Lightning Greaves. I think I'll take the Greaves and try to wheel the Absent. Yeah. I think I am leaning towards just being more streamlined. Just playing all these tapped lands does not seem great. Is there any benefit of Marsh Flats? Not really. It's okay if we play Weathered Wayfarer. Really want to find some more 1-drops. That's our top priority right now. And removal. Mutagenic Growth is kind of interesting. I'll just take Eagles of the North. Yeah. I mean, it is another source of fixing. And it's also like a white card we can pitch to Solitude. And just the body is a real thing here. Especially in a deck that can flicker it. So, 2 1-mana creatures. That is the greatest weakness. We've seen a Giver of Runes that we're hoping to wheel. That's the only white 1-drop that we're hoping to wheel right now. Could just play this in the main deck, but it's really underwhelming when you're on the play. I mean, maybe we should just hedge against losing the die roll. But okay, there's Minsc and Boo. That is interesting. I don't think we go for it, though. Chromatic Star is not that good. I do like Spell Queller a lot if we're playing blue, but I think we're off of blue. I think I'm just going to take the Timeless Dragon, honestly. Yeah. And now, if we can just find a Tundra, that would be good. Like, we have such good fixing if we can find an untapped land, but I don't want to have, like, all these things that I have to cycle, like pay mana to cycle and then play a tap land. It just slows us down so much. Although, with that being said, with our current curve, maybe it's not as bad as it... actually, maybe it is still worth it. Time Walk is obviously very, very good. Don't love having the main deck Relic. I do think I want a second Urza Saga target. But getting like a Skull Clamp, or maybe even wheeling Shadow Spirit would be better than Relic. Okay, there is Soul Guide Lantern, but there's also Seachrome Coast. Interesting pick. Kind of a deciding point, like are we going to be mono blue or not? Or mono white or not? I don't want to play Wooded Foothills, but we could play Marsh Flats. Soul Guide Lantern is decent, but we already have Relic. I think I'm going to take the Seachrome Coast and allow myself to have the blue splash. I'll take Selfless Spirit. I don't really want another tapped land. Yeah, I think we are in on this plan now. Need to make 1 or 2 cuts. Interesting. We can't be a Lurrus deck. Reprieve is good. Enlightened Tutor is also interesting for finding Mana Crypt. But we're not that good of a Mana Crypt deck. We're also not that good of a Reprieve deck, though, because we don't have many instant speed. We don't have a lot of 2-mana instants. I think I'm going to take Reprieve. Probably, maybe not even play it in the main deck. Okay, a lot of good stuff here, but definitely taking Giver. Swords of Plowshares wheeled, that's amazing. Alright, I'll take a Godless Shrine and not play it. Mutagenic Growth is okay against burn spells. I do think I want to play this Relic. I'm okay with playing a pretty low land count, but not this low. What can I cut? Selfless Spirit I think is worth it. Maybe I'll cut Lightning Greaves. I think it's solid, but it's not always good. And I feel like usually GTA or Batterskull will be better. Lightning Greaves is better if you have like Hero of Bladehold or like a few key cards like that. But we don't really have that many creatures. Like Adeline is way better with haste, but that's really the only one like that. Okay, not playing either of these. I'm not playing this Lumberjack. What is the last cut? I do think Ephemerate made it, actually. Ephemerate looks good here. Maybe we do just play 13 lands with 2 lands. No, that's way too low. That's definitely not correct. I really like all of these cards. Maybe I'll just cut Selfless Spirit. I just think it's kind of underpowered. And then play 9 planes. With Spar's Headquarters as our only blue source. Oh, and Seachrome Coast. I'm not going to play this with only one land that it can find. If I had like a... Yeah, we have a good green splash, but we're not playing green. I don't think we want to like play Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Weathered Wayfarer is like actually tempting. I think I'm not going to play it in the main deck though. Alright, this deck looks sweet. Yeah, just a good low curve white deck with some great utility lands, Time Walk, Stoneforge package. Hopefully we draw a lot of Mana Crypts. See you in round 1. Alright, unfortunately we're on the draw for round 1, but our hand looks great, so I will definitely be keeping. Probably not going to waste land on turn 1 unless I draw a land and they play like a tapped Triome. Best draw would be Mana Crypt, of course. Just turn 1, Copter plus Wasteland, something like that. Stitcher Supplier, okay. Got some graveyard shenanigans over there. They don't hit anything good yet, though. So let's just drop this Thraben Inspector and pass turn. I think it's close between Thalia and Copter next turn. Thalia slows them down. Copter is just like a better threat. If they miss their land drop, I'm going to play... Okay, yeah, I'll play Thalia then. We'll see if they want to block. They do. Alright, I'll take that. Milling over a bunch of lands. Yeah, I'm going to play this. It does mean we can't play Copter next turn if we don't draw land, but I think it's still just so good to slow them down when they miss a land drop. Would love to draw a land on my side. Okay, they bring back the Root Wall. They put Woodfall Primus into the graveyard. We have Solitude up for that. Plains? Not quite. You want to crack the clue or play the Mom? I think I'm going to play the Mom, although it is kind of close. We don't have that much pressure, even though we are beating down here. Or we're like disrupting them, slowing them down, but like only swinging for 3. They got their Root Wall up. And they got their Mountain. Okay, so we'll see. Making some moves now. My Kingdom for a basic Plains. Animate Dead. Fair enough. So they kill my Plains. Hopefully we can draw another Plains. Man. That really sucks. Alright, I mean, I'll Solitude, pitching, Flicker Wisp, I think. Take this out. And hit for 3. There's an argument to attacking with Mother of Runes too, but I think I'm going to leave it back. Getting punished for running a low land count, of course. I mean, we're playing 14 lands, but 2 land cyclers and a Mana Crypt. I think it's reasonable. Okay, they have Inti going. So we honestly need to start playing defense now, as much as that sucks. They have Griselbrand too, jeez. I'm going to block just to prevent 1 damage. I think that it should be fine. But yeah, I mean, good start, but now we're just getting wrecked. Like, just not able to do anything. Glad to see Reanimate gone. Can I please get a land? This is so painful. I hate Mana Screw. Maybe that means you shouldn't play such a low land count. Plains, please. Thank you. Alright, we're going to pass. Not going to wasteland their land. I think at this point, they need their lands more than I do. They missed their 2nd land drop, but then they hit the rest. And we missed our 3rd land drop and then never hit it. They don't really have good attacks with Inti. Or at least nothing better than a trade. Alright, Faithless Looting. They're digging for more reanimation stuff. And if they put Griselbrand into play, it will be bad. They have Bitter Reunion. That's kind of sweet. Somehow they've gone through, like, most of their deck. Be interested to see how they attack, if they attack. I'm also curious how many reanimation cards they have. It's possible they only have 2. More likely they have 3. Hopefully they don't have 4. Like, we can beat 1 more, but I don't know if we can beat them having a bunch more. Okay. Correct the clue in response. That is bad. A land would be huge. I actually want to lose my Thalia here. So are we, like, we have Swords of Plowshares to deal with Griselbrand. If we can, well, now we can play Copter, which shuts down their Griselbrand life gain. Although they can give it Trample. What's going on? They have no cards in their hand? Oh, they had Hogak in the graveyard? I just missed that. Okay, we're dead here. We're dead. We find the land, but it is too late. Okay, frustrating game 1. Let's make some changes for game 2. I wish we had the 2nd piece of graveyard. Hey, we do have Relic, but that's it. Do we want to make any changes? Probably should bring in another land on the play. And we can cut. Honestly, none of the GT cards seem that good, but I think I do still want to play it. No, I'm gonna get greedy. keep the low land count. Might have to mulligan a hand, but this is a deck, definitely a deck that doesn't need many lands. Alright, another 2-lander. Probably gonna learn my lesson and play Copter on turn 2, although there's an argument to Stoneforge. Thing is, like, a turn 3 Batterskull is not as broken against them as it is in certain matchups. They have Exhume, good to know. Oh, that is nice. I'm going to attack. I'll let them block if they want to. Could put something in the graveyard, but we have Swords of Plowshares to deal with it. And I think getting their body off the board is kind of relevant. They don't mill anything good. So good to draw Mana Crypt there. That just changes everything. Doomed or Dogged Detective. Not too afraid of that. Does let them keep digging. Okay, I'm going to cycle this. I'm actually going to just grab Spar's headquarters here. I think that's fine. Swing for 3. Huh. Okay, I'm going to discard Restoration Angel. A little awkward to have a tapped land now, but still, I think this is a nigh unlosable position. Urza Saga's out of targets, but still, looking good. Okay, I'll just crack the Relic. I think it is worth it. They would take 6. There's actually an argument to not, but I think it is worth it. They attack for 2. That's crazy. Maybe not, actually. They didn't really have good blocks. Okay, there's the Saga. Sure. I guess I'll crack the Clue. Play this dude. Crew the Copter. Attack. So they take 4. We put Batterskull into play. We're going to start making huge constructs. Probably 2 more. We can kill them in 2 turns. And we have up good interaction. Alright, so on to game 3 against Reanimator. Relic of Progenitus obviously helped there. I wish we had more of that sort of thing. Let's bring in Weathered Wayfarer on the draw. I'm not going to cut a land, though. That would be just insanely greedy. I'm, like, weirdly tempted to just cut the Stoneforge package, actually. Then we can play Reprieve and Selfless Spirit. Because Batterskull and GTA are both not that good against them. Not that I'm thrilled about Selfless Spirit either. Maybe we just do play another land. Yeah, I think I'll go 15 lands. This is fine. Okay, no no blue source, but definitely keep still. They love their turn 1 Stitcher Supplier. Vengevine and Root Wall into the yard. Okay. Get the Giver down. Pass turn. Bit of Reunion. Pitching one of their big boys. Grizzlebrand. Okay. I think I'm going to just pass with Reprieve up. Playing Thraben Inspector doesn't help us that much. Obviously, we're hoping to find Relic of Progenitus. Bloodtithe Harvester. I'm actually going to Reprieve this. It's not the best Reprieve target. Obviously, like, there's part of me wants to just try to save it for a reanimation spell, but I think that they don't have a reanimation spell yet. Interesting. Huh. A lot of possible lines here. I do like the idea of getting Time Walk online. Seems kind of underpowered to just cycle this, though. It's close play. I think I'm going to get board presence. Play the Splicer. It's close, though. The other problem is that now if they do reanimate this, they can give it haste and hit us immediately, but I don't think it's likely that they're going to be able to reanimate. Again, I think they would have done it last turn if they could. If they just play the Bloodtithe Harvester, then we can play Thraben Inspector. Yeah, I think it's just a little better to do it this way, although it's close. Please be a Harvester. Nice. Okay, they're just digging. Torsten, okay. Into tortured existence, sure. Haha, got him. That's awesome. Wow. So, yeah, it's gonna play Relic. Hit their graveyard. Then our opponent's probably typing an angry message. Then we're just gonna. I mean, I'm never gonna not hold up Relic, of course. There's even an argument to just cracking it now, but I don't think we want to do that. I'm just gonna play Plains, Thraben Inspector, pass, or hit for 3 and pass. I don't think I'm gonna play around them having an instant speed reanimation card. Through the Breach, huh? Okay. Woodfall Prime is not too scary. In response, I'm gonna plow this and then crack this. And now they only have 1 card, no graveyard. They're very far away from doing anything. Interesting draw. Let's just attack with these 3. It's fine. I'm going to have this protection from black. Then I'm going to flicker it. Play this and pass. Now we're very well set up to kill them soon. Still can't time walk next turn, but I'm just going to go like cycle this for a blue source and we can kill them. I mean, yeah, they don't have much time here. I guess if they went like land Inferno Titan, it could get a little dicey. Okay, this is fine. Runaway Mountain, just digging. We get in a huge attack now. Skyclave Apparition. Still just gonna go for this. Leave back the 2 runes cards. This does mean they can, yeah, they get to kill off their Stitcher Supplier. Don't love that. I'll save my Blades Placer, I guess. Just lands, alright. So we leave up the clue, and then with Time Walk, we're totally set to win next turn. This is their last turn to do something. I like what they're trying to do. It's cool. The Root Wall of Vengevine thing. Like, I hope I get to draft a deck like that at some point, but I do think it's pretty underpowered. Yep, you got it, buddy. Alright, let's see what they hit. Lava Claw reaches, alright. Alright, sweet. So we take down game 1. Obviously, drawing Relic in games 2 and 3 helped a lot. We do have essentially 2 copies in the main deck, but still, love to see that. I'm going to be greedy and keep the 14 lands, and I will see you in game 2. Alright, on the play against Powell Gall, and this is a hand and a half. Do we want to play Guardian of New Benalia? It hits harder, but not by that much. Playing Thraben Inspector is more mana efficient. I actually think I'm going to go for the mana efficient play here. Definitely a close call. Okay, I'm going to crack this in response in case they have Hull Breacher. Don't have Tinker, please. Okay, Rona's fine. Not great, but fine. Ooh. That's got to be better, actually. Like, yeah, the Mana Crypt will deal a lot of damage to them, which is relevant, but I still think just taking that off the board is really valuable. Okay, that looks like a good thing too, Wasteland. Yeah, definitely just going to Wasteland that. There's an argument to trying to just develop our board as much as possible and playing two things, but let's not. Gonna go for Adeline here over one of these other plays. And do I offer to trade Loren here? Honestly, yeah, I don't care that much about the body. I guess it does. Well, it does take off our ability to flicker the Loren. I think I still like just getting as much of a board presence as possible, though. Not gonna let them draw a card here for sure. So we can flicker to remove their blocker. Do you have another black source? That's a little sad. Main phase loot. Could be setting up some reanimation shenanigans. Just discarding Urza, but they still might reanimate that. But then we can flicker. Yeah, this is not too bad. We flicker the token. They have an 0-4. Really doesn't do that much. Ooh, interesting. Still going for this turn at least. But I do like having Ephemerate plus Flicker Wisp. I just want to play everything out pre-combat so we can hit as hard as possible with Adeline. Alright, back-to-back Reanimator decks is interesting. Kind of weird. So they probably just block one of our dudes, but then they take 8, falling to 10. So Toxic Deluge would be pretty dangerous. That would put them down to 6, and we could... Well, yeah, I guess that would be... That is like one of their outs, but feeling pretty good. They loot, yep. Just discarding a land. No Toxic Deluge. Are they dead on board? They chump block Adeline. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they were going to go to 1 on board. I guess we could flicker our Flicker Wisp, though. Yeah, they were going to lose. Okay, so what do we want to change here? Weathered Wayfarer on the draw. I think I will keep the Batterskull Jite thing. Or, like, just keep our Stoneforge package. Maybe Guardians of New Benalia is the cut. Card seems kind of mediocre. I think everything else is a little better. I'll do it like this. And as we see more of our deck, more of their deck, we'll consider. We may end up cutting the Stoneforge package in game 3. Okay, not an explosive hand, but it is a keep. We have Loran again. We have turn 2 Copter into Loran, which is solid. We can also get our blue source here. So Time Walk will be a live draw. Happy to see no Mana Crypt. Now is the sort of situation where you're happy you're only playing 14 lands because we can fetch and then we'll only have 9 lands left in our deck. We're very likely to find a lot of action. Opponent could animate dead this troll on turn 2, which would be fine. We take 1 hit, then we Loran the animate dead. If they have Exhume, it's kind of bad, but they get Undercity Sewers, so it looks like they might not have the turn 2 combo. Okay. Good card velocity here. They're turning through a lot of their deck. Discarding Wheel of Fortune, huh? They play the Sewers. Definitely going to jam Copter here. GTA does not seem that great. It's possible this would be better as a Lightning Greaves. Interesting. I think I'm going to hold off. Well, actually, no. I'll play this. Yeah, let's play this. It means we get Relic as quickly as possible. That seems worthwhile. And now we have Loran if we need to next turn, but our plan is just to make a main phase, make a Saga token, and then crew the Copter and beat down. Frantic Search, okay. Really churning through the deck. Hopefully they don't discard a scarier reanimation target. Troll is fine. Just don't do like Atraxa. Nice. Although weird discards. Preordain in particular seems like a really good card, so they must have a solid hand if Preordain is the worst than all the rest. Okay, Mana Vault. We can kill that if they let us, but they are likely to use it this turn. Okay, that's honestly fine. Do we want to Loran the token? I'm honestly going to make my own token. I think that's better. I don't know what this delay is here, but yeah, I'm not too worried about their token. They have 2 mana. Don't be Time Walk, please. Treasure Cruise would be bad too. That's bad. Mana Crypt would be our best draw here. Ephemerate, interesting. Pretty good with Loran. Still going for this turn though. Crew. Hit for 3. Probably discarding Plains. Definitely discarding Plains. No, it's not too bad. I mean, they only have 3. I guess they have 4 mana with the Urza, but it feels pretty good for us to have Loran plus Ephemerate in this situation. I'd be thrilled if they just untap the Mana Vault, but of course they do not do that. Okay. That does grow their construct. Not too worried about it, though. Take 5. Which does also make Mana Vault riskier get, so I probably will get the Relic. They exile Swords to Plowshares. Come on. That's very frustrating. Yep, that makes these constructs way worse. I think I will still make a construct, though. I just want to get as much value as I can out of my cards. I'm gonna get Relic here. And we'll pass. Opponent doesn't really have good attacks now. And then next turn we can go for the Loran Ephemerate thing. Imagine if we had 2 4/4s. That would be nice. But luckily one of their cards is Ragavan, which is just like... Yeah, I think we're probably slightly ahead here. Loran of the Third Path. I have 2 Human Artificers in my hand. One of which is also a Phyrexian. Alright, you got a Mana Crypt. Can kill that, but they get at least 1 turn with it. Just gonna take 3 here for sure. And then they pass. Weird. I'm not gonna crack the Relic. Okay, let's go for land. Loran. I hope this resolves. They might have Mystic Confluence. Okay, I think I'm just gonna kill the Construct actually. What's this? Okay, I think it is worth it to Ephemerate the Smuggler's Copter here. Copter's really good. Doesn't mean we can't take out the Mana Crypt, but again, like, I'm kind of okay with them having Mana Crypt here. They're at 15, sure, it's kind of high, but we're going to bring the beats pretty quickly. Kill it with Loran next turn if we want to. They stacked these correctly because it could influence their decision. They win the flip, unfortunately. And they do choose to untap the Mana Vault, so I'm going to flicker Loran and kill the Mana Vault. Crew Copter, then flicker Loran, go for the Mana Vault. What's this? Hopefully they don't tap the Mana Vault here. If they Mind Twist my hand, it will be bad. They bring back the Troll. Okay, that's better than killing that. Yeah, I'll kill that instead then. And then just let them have lots of mana. I guess letting them have a lot of mana with Urza is a bit worse. I think it still is correct here, though. Awkward that we didn't have mana to shut down the Animate Dead thing, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright. Yes, I would like to do that. I will kill your Animate Dead. Sacrifice this. Hit them with a Relic. Then we could play and equip Jitte, which would mean that our Construct can swing through their Urza. I think that is correct. So we swing, loot, probably looting away Timeless Dragon. Ooh, that's not a bad draw. Yeah, I'll loot this away. Do we want to take them off of black mana here? Or just hold up Relic? Honestly, holding up Relic is probably better. Maybe not. No, you know what? I will kill this land. It's kind of close, but... Like, I'm not... They have 5 colorless mana. We can't really limit that. But we can limit their colored mana. Alright, so at 7... Oh, I shouldn't have 6. We do have this Jitte. They're at 7. with a Mana Crypt in play. They lose, they're down to 4. Gotta have something pretty soon, or else we will be heading to the finals undefeated. Oh, jeez. That's crazy. They hit a Tolly. Oh, no. Man. I mean, it's not over. I think we might still be winning, but they hit Batterskull. Actually, hitting Batterskull is good for us. And then they hit Flash. What the flip? How are we losing this game? Oh my god. This is a tilting string of events. Okay, so we sack Loran. Discard Giver of Runes. Actually, we should have discarded the Blade Splicer, probably. I think we're fine either way, though. They can equip the Batterskull to the Urza and hit for 5. They don't find that line, luckily. Okay, so let's go Flicker Wisp, Flicker the Batterskull. No, come on. All right, we lose. That's an insane swing. Literally, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna get too tilted. It's fine. It's fine. Frustrating, but fine. Reprieve is probably worth it. Honestly, this just does not seem like a good package in this matchup either. That's like a good matchup, a good thing against creature decks, but against all these weird combo decks, not really where we want to be. Yeah, I'll just bring in these two guys because they hit harder. Whew, tilting loss for sure. We were still way ahead if they didn't have Cryptic, but then, because we could have, they would have had a chump block with their Tolly. Alright, keep. Gonna lead on the Thraben Inspector just to start bringing the beats. It's not a lot of beats, but hitting for 1 is still relevant. Yeah, let's play the Thalia. If we broke on the land, we can just go Timeless Dragon Cycle for something. That's fine. They play Rona. Oh, that sucks. It breaks us really hard. Yeah, max punish for playing Thalia. We could have played Relic and... Yeah, man. Let's go play the Relic, unfortunately. No attacks. I think it's just a little too risky to not play Relic and let them reanimate next turn. I think we weirdly would have won if we hadn't gone for this. If they just cast Archon, we would have won probably. Yeah, weird world that we live in. Let's cycle this. Grab planes. Play planes and pass, holding up clue. This is like a little passive, but I think it is correct to do. Gonna Relic whatever they discard away. Yeah, discard Treasure Cruise. Good call. I think playing Season Hellblade is a little risky because they could still go for it. I mean, maybe we're supposed to just be more proactive here, but I do think, like, If we just develop and hit land drops and draw cards while holding up Relic, and like that seems okay. Urza Saga is a great draw. Um, it's gonna Eternalize Timeless Dragon here, I think. Yeah. Don't have Ephemerate up, but we have Relic up. Whatever they discard will not be in the graveyard for long. Bye-bye, Urza. Weird that they discarded that, though. That seems like a card that is close to being good. They might not have a second blue source. Man, spin Urza into Atali, into Batterskull, and flash to put Archon into play, then off the Archon draw Cryptic Command. Whew. Got. What you got, opponent? They're still at 19. Like, we're maybe not... We're, like, barely ahead here. They can discard a fatty and then make us pop the Relic. Yeah, I mean, if they go for reanimating that, I will pop the Relic. If they don't go for it right now, that we don't have to crack the Relic, which would be great. Necromancy. Yeah, let's just crack this. Oh. Weird that that just stays in play. I guess that makes sense, though. Okay, so we could play Adeline if we want to bring max speeds, but I do want to make constructs. Maybe we don't actually care about making constructs, though. Yeah, you know what? I don't even think I'm going to do that. Let's just add a lot of stuff to the board. So I guess I should let them target and they wouldn't get to keep the Necromancy in play. Unlikely to matter, but it could. So they have to chump block Adeline. They can play a 4-drop. Frantic Search, which loses them a mana, but also does help them dig. Atali is unlikely to be that big of a problem. Archon might be a bit more because of the repeated life gain. We can get Mana Crypt off the Saga here. Okay, they do discard Atali. Then they presumably have the Animate Dead. Yep. Then we'll see what they hit. If they hit 2 spells, they do need to remember that they have to pay 2. Or if they like hit non-creatures. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that is not good at all. Swords of Plowshares is good, though. Maybe Wheel of Fortune is good. They need to choose which one they want to play. But I would imagine they're going for Swords on Adeline. Yep. Alright. No Ephemerate mana, unfortunately. We have 6 power in the air. I don't think, yeah, we don't need to attack with our ground force. Ooh, is that just lethal? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can put them to 1. Honestly, I'm just going to make a dude and then get Urza Saga and hold up Restoration Angel. I don't think I want to go for Parallax Wave here. It's possible that's wrong, but I like being able to hold up Resto and just adding more to our Air Force. We may land. Hard to imagine a way they can survive another attack step, especially if we play Parallax Wave to take out their blockers. So they gotta do something here. They can't kill us with like Emrakul or anything like that. I mean, if they have like Sneak Attack Archon, still doesn't really do that much. Play Mana Vault, which does net them 1 mana. And a Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, I will play Restoration Angel in response. Flicker Thraben Inspector. We still don't F6 just in case. We need to use Selfless Spirit. Hard to imagine a way that could come up. That is a flyer. I guess they take Parallax Wave, but they're still dead on board because they can block. Oh, wait, no, they go to 1, but we can just attack with our ground force too. So, yeah, they're dead. Nice. Okay, so 2-0. See you in the finals. All right, we're on the play for the finals. Hopefully we get a solid hand here, and we do. My mom just arrived, so hopefully I hope this is a quick match. But yeah, I mean, perfect hand. I wish we had a Mana Vault, of course, but we can get a nice turn 2 Stoneforge, potentially turn 3 Batterskull. Alright, just going to lead on this. If they Wasteland me, that's fine. Good curve. I think I'm not going to play Urza Saga on turn 2. Beaumont Courier. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get the planes out here. Now, do we want to get Jite or Batterskull? It's kind of close. I think I'll get the Batterskull, though, since we actually do have a lot of lands. Like, if we can put Batterskull into play, we're in a great position. And even if they deal with a Stoneforge, we can just curve out 3, 4, 5. If they attack, I will block. Could mean they have Lava Dart, but I'll take that 2 for 1. Shadow Spear. Okay. I think I'm still not going to play Urza Saga next turn. Gonna pass and put Batterskull into play. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, it's fine. Alright, let's put Batterskull into play. And then I think I'm just going to play Urza Saga and hold up Restoration Angel. Very good position against a red deck. Could Skyclave the Fable. I don't think that's necessary. So next turn we can either go for GT counters or just like play GT plus make a construct. Probably not gonna go for the GT counters, although it depends. Maybe we should. In which case, maybe we shouldn't have played the Saga there. With that being said, I think we're going to win either way. I have to imagine they're going to discard 2 cards here to dig for an answer. So we do play mono red now. This is definitely a matchup where we want the Stoneforge package. They play Chandra. Not too worried about that. Sure. I would love to see them attack here. So we'll grab Jite. And then we have a few options. I think the best line is just to equip Batterskull to Resto, though. Hard to imagine the way they win through that. Okay, yeah. So, playing against mono red. Let's bring in Weathered Wayfarer on the draw. Mana Crypt is interesting. The life loss is bad, but I think the speed boost is so good that it is still worth it. Mutagenic Growth is kind of interesting. It also loses life, but could be really good for just like winning combat. Maybe there's nothing to cut though. What do we not want? Relic seems pretty bad. Could actually cut, weirdly, this package. Yeah, I think making Saga tokens is a little slow in this matchup, especially on the draw. Still going to play this. Maybe Weathered Wayfarer is not as good, although, yeah, maybe Wasteland is also not good. Do we just go, like, max streamlined? Like, bring in this, and then play 15 basic planes? I actually think I like this plan. Yeah, I'm going to run it like this. If we see their like Library of Alexandria or something, we could potentially bring Wasteland back in. But let's just be very streamlined, not take any damage from our lands, not have to worry about tapped lands. I think this is a good way to play the red matchup. Which should probably be our best matchup, frankly. So hoping to either draw a Mana Crypt in the opening hand or not at all. Definitely not a card we want to be top decking on turn 4. Okay, I'm going to keep it. I wish that I had a 1-drop. Ephemerate would be amazing. But I'll keep it. If we don't draw any lands, it could get rough. But we have a turn 2 play. We have Solitude. It definitely seems good enough to keep. Dragon's Rage Chandler. Not too worried about that. I guess kind of punished for cutting Relic. Wow. Aggressive start. Hopefully they don't have another 1-drop. Jeez. Well, okay. Shadow Spear of all the 1-drops is not the scariest. That's a lot of action for turn 1, though. Best draw would be Mana Crypt or Ephemerate. Either one would be amazing. Basic planes would be fine. Sure. So if they equip this Dragon's Rage Chandler, do I want to Solitude it? Would prefer, of course, to hardcast Solitude and then be able to flicker it later. I think I'm going to let this happen. And just take the 2. Okay. If this is going to happen, then never mind. I'm going to let this trigger resolve. It could mean they gain 2 more life. Not too worried about that, though. I'd rather just them not have the information. Okay, so Solitude, pitching, Adeline, I think. Because I want to flicker my my Blade Splicer. Alright, that's like kind of card disadvantage, but also kind of not because they spent a Lava Dart just dealing 1 to us. They can flashback the Dart to kill the Seasoned Hallowblade. I will probably just discard a Plains though to protect it since we drew 4th. Lava Dart actually is kind of annoying though. Maybe we should have, I probably should have discarded one of these 1 toughness creatures instead, although at the same time, making them sacrifice a land is pretty relevant here. No play. Interesting. Alright, let's just start by swinging for 3. Okay, I'll save this by discarding a Plains. And I'll play Land Blade Splicer. And we're just in such a good position. This is why this is a good matchup. Like, cards like Blade Splicer are easily overpowered by combo decks and stuff, but just like, this board presence is low-key really hard for a red deck to deal with. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing out. I guess not with Blade Splicer, because they have the Mutavault. And now, actually playing Flicker Wisp doesn't seem that good. Actually, no, it does. If they sacrifice their 1 mountain, I'm okay with that. Alright. Tons of board presence. We're at 19. They have no mana. I guess if they go land, Fiery Confluence, it's pretty bad. Figure of Destiny is not pretty bad. Give a lifelink, sure. Not too concerned about that. Okay. Let's go to combat. Swing with everything except for Blade Splicer. They just take it all. Down to 4. A little aggressive. I'll drop a Copter and pass turn. I have no idea what they're holding. Presumably a lot of action since they just passed. They had 3 mana, which is a lot for a red deck, and they still were just passing. So probably they have a lot of 4-drops. Could have like Mind Collapse type cards. But I smell a trophy in the air. Okay. You got a 3/3, my dude. What you gonna do with it? Gain 3 life? This is the sort of situation where the only thing that wins is like time walk sequences. And with them having only red mana, I think there's literally nothing that could be done. Solitude is OP. They would have had the 4/4 flying lifelink dude. That could have been actually a big problem. But instead, we have a trophy. Nice. Deck was great. No complaints. I mean, we had a good mana base with some value lands. Wasteland and Urza Saga were both really good. Time Walk did win us the game. If we had like a plateau, or sorry, a tundra, it would have been way better. But still, it was good. The Stoneforge package was good. We leaned on Relic a lot because we played against 2 graveyardy decks. Ephemerate was good once. Honestly, every card represented pretty well. We never did Parallax Wave things, but beyond that, I would have loved to win a game by casting Eagles of the North. But Sweet League and got the trophy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.